Finally, Kenan.
Yeah.
Wagwan G, you alright?
Hapa tunaongea kwa mic kabisa karibu hivi.
Yeah, apparently there's an echo or something, or some producers are getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. You're welcome back to Box to Box.
This is Box to Box Prodigy, Sindio.
Yeah.
He's the new guy on the show.
Yeah.
Well, not really. You've been there for like what, one year?
This is 2 years.
2 years?
Actually 3.
3 years?
Yeah.
This guy replaced Kiari and I didn't even feel it.
Tulikuwa naye pantry house, ndio?
So you replaced Kiari, I didn't even miss Kiari, yani.
6 to City.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, dope, man. So how's it been being on the content space now?
Crazy. Juu sikuwai, like my first pod ilikuwa ya Nyash.
Oh yeah, the Football Digest.
Yeah.
Check them all out, by the way. Fantastic.
Alafu nikakudm. As me, I thought pod ni about tactics and analysis and all that. But you know, you have to balance banter and all. Juu demographic kuelewa, si kila mtu anataka analysis. Si kila mtu anadai banter. So you have to.
What is analysis though? Like balance. Is analysis I draw for you numbers to analyze
not
how many
numbers
passes
per se.
for
Like for
it's
instance,
very subjective.
For instance, yesterday when the way you are watching football is not the way I was watching. Personally, I'd say how Hamoudi like was receiving the ball. Kuna watu wengine hawakuona hiyo. Like venye ana move, anaachiwa Olunga space. Kuna mwenye hakuona hiyo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so kuna mwenye anataka aseme Olunga ko chini.
Yeah, by the way,
yeah, actually, I'm surprised. But in terms of the comments for what we do here, when the analysis needs to be there, there will be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's time to get serious, there will be. Although that's like 10% of the time.
Except for.
Yeah,
well, I know fuck squeezy by the way. Abu naanza kuongea because I made a lot of notes.
Really?
Man, notes.
Yeah, Jana.
Huko na support Gabon.
My God.
You know, we used to write a lot of notes. Really? Ten Hag.
Yeah, he did.
Ten Hag writes a lot of notes. So I don't know if notes is a good thing. Huh?
I mean, he's fired and his assistant manager is with us today.
You actually saw Klopp said no to him going to Leipzig.
Really?
Yeah. Klopp is the head of those Red Bull.
The CEO of the group, the Red Bull group now.
He said no to Ten Hag going there.
Your agenda. I think he's just jealous that his last season was similar to Ten Hag's past season.
Yeah.
Or, you know, he doesn't want a manager who gets stuck saying, huh?
See, at least he knows how to communicate though.
Who?
In their
Which
language.
club though?
In their language.
Leipzig.
Dutch league or whatever.
Leipzig is...
in Dutch.
In Dutch.
No, but like Leipzig is Germany, no?
Yeah, sasa si...
They speak German.
But he doesn't know German?
We don't know.
Maybe he does.
Maybe he has the Henyaki German.
Dutch na German, not far off, yeah?
Yeah, don't confuse Dutch with Deutsch.
Dutch.
Deutsch is German, right? That's how they Deutschland.
Yeah,
so Deutschland. Deutschland, I don't know. But anyway, welcome finally to the pod.
Yeah, thanks.
So apparently you were supposed to be here a long time ago, but
then
something happened and you weren't, you couldn't be here.
Yeah,
because something happened.
We were in the title race back then.
In the title race? Back when? Just give us details, bro.
When the first season of Ten Hag, after we beat you guys 3-1. Then we went on and we won Carabao.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I know that season we were going to win.
Since that day that you talked to him, we've won how many trophies?
2.
Fantastic.
Actually 3, if you include Bangkok.
No, we only count major trophies. How many have you won since you talked to him?
Community Shields, 3. 2.
Major trophies.
That's a major trophy.
I didn't say major plates.
Okay, Sawa, but what was the bet on?
The bet was if Arsenal beats United, I come to the pod. If Arsenal beats United, I don't come to the pod.
Yeah.
If United beats Arsenal, I come to the pod.
So 3 years later,
I'm here.
Through hook and crook.
We beat you on XG.
When does he come to the studio? When we have international break and we're gonna talk local football. That's it. So even when he's on the pod, it's not.
Tuliwachapa on XG, bro.
Even though amelazimisha na Jesse United.
You know, it's funny. During that period, we haven't beaten you, but we've won more trophies than you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, of course, nobody gives a shit whether you're 15th. No, nobody does.
We are not 15th though.
13th?
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Updates mzee, acha mchezo. Refresh.
So anyway, welcome to the pod. Finally, you're here.
Yeah. I'm happy.
We appreciate you making time.
Thanks.
As always, Saddam and I are here. Eric, Kiari, Naeem, not available, but we'll be here next week at some point, I'm sure. And this, I must say, must be the first time that I have not missed club football during an international break in a very long time.
Yeah. Same actually, because when you told me have you missed club football, I even forgot there was something like Nisahau, in my opinion. Like I forgot. I didn't even think about Amorim for like 3 days. I'm
must have been so peaceful, right?
No. What do you mean? Shut up.
Think about it. You must have been so happy.
Nah.
No.
Me at London, mona kuna Premier League weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Like I didn't miss, and it's funny because it shows how much we're deprived of as Kenyans. Because ideally, you should be looking forward to attending football matches.
Yeah.
Like weekend in a come. Yes, okay, fine. There's Premier League. Fine, we'll see whatever happens. But if Jana at 4 p.m. United were playing and there was a local club that was playing that I was supporting, bro, I would look forward to going and watch the local club.
Yeah,
and it's not like we obviously the league is going on, right?
Yeah.
But where we're playing, how the organization, like I know that I'll find Hamid Park, I'll watch the game, I'll come back home. I saw guys coming with their kids. It was fun. They went back home. That kind of organization, but now in club football, I think that would make us shift focus and like maybe put more effort in.
I was interviewed yesterday after the game, and someone was asking me, was it before the game? I don't know. I had a couple of interviews, and one of them asked me like, when can we replicate this kind of like turnout and excitement and buzz to club football? And I was like, the closest thing we can get to this at the moment is Shabana.
Yeah.
Shabana fans.
Yeah.
I went to a Machakos game with Hamoudi, and Hamoudi was not available to play the game. Either he was injured or he got a booking or something. He was banned. So he went and we sat down with Shabana fans. Well, to be fair, like I don't think you could have sat with anybody else. Shabana just took over Machakos, right? So these guys have come all the way from Kisii. And Shabana organizes, I don't know if it's Shabana or their fan association.
The fans. We have a group. Like a branch association. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So the fan association, essentially, they organize transport. They take a certain amount of money, and that thing will give you a ticket to and fro. It will give you lunch and a drink. Yeah. And you have a great time. Like transport to and fro, food, and you're back home at the end of the day. So just know you're out there for the day.
Like a match day trip.
Yeah, it's a match day trip.
Actually, 2 days.
2 days.
If you have to travel from Kisii to, let's say, Machakos, yeah. Or Coast.
Or Coast would be even longer.
Yeah,
so 2 days. So depending on the game that's coming up, they'll what do you call it? They'll
like prepare.
No, but
it's
custom made program that you can join. And then I saw a few videos now after all the hype. I didn't know necessarily how you guys cultivate fandom or grow your fan base, but after all the hype around Shabana and some conversations around it on Football KE Juicy a couple of weeks ago, I saw some videos on Shabana, and they go to schools, man. Yeah. They go to schools, they give out jerseys, they sing chants, they teach kids. Like
that's crazy.
I don't know if that's necessarily allowed.
I saw
like human rights kind of thing,
like recruiting.
Recruitment.
I mean, come on. I saw that you guys have like a new national anthem or something.
It's not new.
Oh, it's been there.
Yeah, it's been there.
Oh, so now it's 9. Like
yeah, kali kuliko Hala Madrid.
Shut up.
Nitawafunza off air.
Is it in Kisii?
Yeah.
Sick.
Sasa I have to learn Kisii for me to be a Shabana fan.
Si lazima.
You guys are blocking us now.
Si lazima. Si unajua anthem ya United nawe si mzungu.
Najui kizungu pia.
Siat.
But yeah, no. Where were we going? Yes, so Shabana is the closest thing. And I think that's exactly where we should be. Gor Mahia think they have the best fans. Nowhere near. They just have people with drums.
They have the loudest.
Yeah.
Rowdy.
Or the chaotic.
Maybe. FC Leopards, I don't know. Shabana, for me, I saw Machakos and each stand was full.
Ultras everywhere.
Yeah,
okay.
That's where it's at.
Well, what about removing the chairs when they lose?
Now that, I think...
Well,
Top Boy here can explain to us.
I can.
Like, how much money did you make last time out? You guys took all the chairs.
Is that what you spend? Do you sell chairs?
Is that how you guys finance?
No. So what happens? What happened rather back then? It was Shabana vs Ulinzi. Na Ulinzi was under construction, I think. Hizo vitu zilikuwa zimetoka, right? So we were playing Ulinzi, then they scored. We scored 2 quick goals. Tukapak. Then game ilikuwa nafaa kusha dakika 94. 4 added minutes. But Ulinzi equalized dakika 98. Now no one was injured.
That happens.
No one was injured.
Usually,
Ama like sub as you could take that much time. So fans were frustrated temenye game ilisha. Wakarusha hizo viti kwa field. Then we were banned.
Also, you guys didn't go away with them.
No, we didn't.
You kept them with them.
Yeah, they were.
So you took shit chairs.
Allegedly.
You took shit chairs.
Yeah.
And you reminded them how shit they are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I love tukabaniwa. So when we went to court, our lawyers from Kisii wakasema
Kisii lawyers.
Yeah.
This is insane. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wakasema Shabana wears red, Ulinzi wears red. So you can't tell who through the seats. Yeah. Plus it's the home team. Ndio hawakuwin game, they should be more frustrated. Alafu ndio warushe hizo seats kwa their players.
So you're saying you have
so we won the case.
This feels like one of them ones where, like, you know, remember the Arteta one versus Newcastle?
Yeah.
Where he said this is a disgrace, and then the
lawyers
said disgracia. It's like, okay, we know.
No, but like, you know, it's funny because at the beginning of the studio, we were frustrated. Waliongeza 4 minutes extra.
Yeah.
Kiti ilikuwa loose.
But we don't know who threw it.
But we didn't know.
No, we don't know.
It could be us, it could be them. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's not
We're frustrated.
accurate.
But ref walikataa kunini. Now the coming game in Kisii Stadium, it was the first game. Maref wakakataa kuja. The stadium was packed. Wakasema Wakisii watawaua.
Yeah, no, you know, to me that is a concern and that is embarrassing because how, like, as much as yes, you like maybe we'll learn over time, but I feel like that should be the foundation of growing a fan base. Like, we are always going to be peaceful. Like, I don't care about how many we are. I don't care how organized we are in terms of making sure our people get there. If we're peaceful or not, for me that is a deal breaker because peace should become like a small fan base, but we take results. Fine, tumaramio, it is what it is. Like, I also want the opposing fans to feel safe around us. We want the players to feel safe around us. But we've improved though. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I agree. I mean, it's nice, but you know, like, there's some of the things we need to work on.
But I think this is probably the best time to start looking I don't know, maybe in a long time, but you correct me if I'm wrong here. It feels like the best time for the local league to milk the hype.
Yeah.
That's around.
Especially the derby is coming this Sunday.
The derby is coming up this Sunday. And obviously I'm invested. I have skin in the game, right? But when you look at the top 3 teams that are playing for the league right now, right? And then the league, then the relegation, I feel like content creators who are doing their part need to be supported by traditional media in much better ways. Yeah. Content creators like Box to Box, you know, Football Digest, Taundani, sorry. Eric's as well with his interviews and all that. All those guys need to be supported by media, traditional media, radio, whatever. Get those guys on interviews, get them on shows and whatnot to milk their knowledge, right? And support them in whatever way you can. Whether it's financial, whether it's exposure, I don't know, whatever. But right now the league is being fought for by 3 teams. Kenya Police, Tusker, and Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia have a game in hand. If they win that, they're level on points with Kenya Police with slightly better goal difference. The final game of the season is, guess what?
Police is good.
Yeah. According to the schedule that's online. Because obviously there's been a lot
postponed.
Especially with the Mozart Bet Cup, right? So if that stays the same, then that's going to be very, very exciting.
I think the team that will decide who wins, it's us. Because Gor have to face us. And Police also.
But Gor, FC still have to also play...
We played with them.
No, don't they have to play Kenya Police as well? And Tusker.
Because
remember it's just second leg.
Sisi wanoma. Sindo wanoma sahi. Tuko 5th, bro. You're 5th.
You're 5th now, huh?
Yeah.
So that means you're a few points behind FC Leopards.
Yeah. So mathematically, we are still in the territories.
You know what jersey he's wearing? You see that jersey?
Mathematics FC.
Shabana is actually just United FC, bro.
I respect.
Seriously.
Shabana what have they won?
NSL.
Their hearts.
The fuck is NSL? Langalia Championship.
They've won the hearts.
Yeah.
Whose heart?
Plus we're back now pia si tuko na stadium yetu
Nah, Manchester is not the key.
So what you're saying is you guys have a stadium before United?
before
A new
Gor.
stadium before United?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. They have a new stadium?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kisii
How many
Stadium.
seats?
12k but it's
Huh?
yeah 12k
12k proper fans. Si kama nyinyi.
but inabebanga hadi 20 so every
Of
match
course.
every
Kama nyayo jana.
every-
30k but in
every match week,
you know?
like every match week we generate at least 1.4 million every match week.
Match day.
Oh.
Yeah,
At home.
At home.
At home, yeah.
Even away.
That's dope.
We played juzi macha versus nini Leopards. Wakasema tumewapelekea pesa. Tuliwapea 1.4.
No, that I know because you go and fill the empty stadium because
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
there's no away fans. There's no home
So
fans
like
in away games.
like every
So like if they go, they like for them essentially, it's like home games everywhere they
Yeah.
go because
Where they home team
Kenya
everywhere.
still doesn't have that cult of home fans versus away fans. Hakuna bado.
sisi tunaenda wote. So every team yenye inacheza na Shabana sahi, they want their home games like see to turn up, then we generate cash for them.
And then they share.
Something I wanted. I don't know if it's the right time to talk about it, but like, what do you guys think about the government giving private people opportunity to like take over the current infrastructure? For example, a private investor comes and takes City Stadium,
I support that.
and they actually trying to make it profitable.
Okay, so immediately, because I thought about this literally last week, because I was looking at the renovations for City Stadium, as
Yeah.
we were talking about. I was looking at the renovations. I was like, bro, you know what? Our track record, look at our history, right? As a government, our track record is we are incapable and incompetent and probably completely out of ideas,
Corrupt.
right? Corrupt, all this stuff, right? So there is, like, of course, you don't want to let that money go out of the country. It will have to now. And simply, the way I see it is, that's the cost of lifting up the league, the local leagues. That's the cost of it. We're going to have to give it to other people because the people that we have are just not good enough.
And something to add. I think Nyayos, how many billions? Was it 8?
Almost.
They spent 8 billion to renovate what we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Almost.
You give
And
a
it's not full.
private investor would probably spend a quarter of that and build something significantly bigger.
Because I couldn't wrap it, like I couldn't wrap my head around how it's VIP and it's only a K and it's free seating, right? Like how could it be free seating? It can't be. Because then how do you track who bought what
Yeah.
and who was where? You
Yeah.
can't.
Like in my section where we were seated, so there were so many seats. There were less seats than people because they didn't like count, and then also everyone was sitting everywhere. So I got to a point where people are being forced because
Attack was
someone
stairs.
came.
Yeah.
So like the staircase was filled with people.
Okay, to
Like,
be fair, literally happened with my family though.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
You-
it
you-
literally happened with my family. I didn't plan for this, right? So what happened was, there's a small short story. My family bought VIP tickets,
Yeah.
right? Big family, like 7 people, 8 people are going to be going. So not going to spend 80k, 70k, for
VIP.
everyone for
Yeah.
VIP.
Yeah.
So because of the commotion that was happening around the VIP entrance, one of the security guards tries to help me get them in safely because they have my mom, my dad, they're old people, right? We need to make sure my sisters and them, so like we need to make sure they're safe. So I go get them in. Fantastic, we get them in. We go into the VIP entrance, Saddam. The VIP entrance has commotion, almost the same amount of commotion
Was
that
the
the
regular.
VIP entrance at the gates had. So like the one under
Yeah.
the stairs
mhm.
and the one at the gate, almost similar kind of commotion and chaos, right? So the head of security guy, he was like, nah, we can't have you enter here. We'll get you in from somewhere else. So we go into towards the VVIP entrance. So the VVIP guys get frustrated. They're like, nah, how si at the CVIP, mzee waambiwa, anawaambia, listen, we're not trying to get into VVIP. Get us into VIP because there it's not safe to enter from. He's like, okay, sawa. Then one of the guys who recognizes that, yeah, this is Hum's family, this is Muhammad Bajabra's family. He's like, "Aw ni family wa Muha. Watch waingie." So he's like, okay, he's hesitating now, the Askari. He's like, shit, okay, so it's like, yeah, Muhammad Bajabra's family, but like they don't have VVIP tickets. Mzee is telling him now, same thing. Again, we're not trying to get into VVIP. VIP. Arocho comes. Arocho knows Muhammad is my brother from like way before when I was at Radio Africa. And he's like, Aoni wazazi. Sawa, twende.
I saw him.
This guy decides he's taking my family to VVIP.
Yeah.
Zayn is like, no. This guy is like, kujeni, musijali. I'm like,
Wakakuwa
You know, it's
humble.
funny because he was the one again coming to remove other people from
That's
there
what
because there
funny
was so many people who were not.
Oh, no,
hakuna
that's-
pale kukaa.
So now he tells me, car. So I'm about to leave. I'm like, nah, I already got my cousins in and my friends into VIP.
Ulikuwa umekaa nyuma yangu, si ndio?
Wapi? Yeah.
Look
Oh,
over it,
yeah.
yeah.
So I came back. I left my family. I was happy because my family are safe now. It's like, okay, at the cost of someone else. But like, whatever. It is what it is. It's out of my control.
They were still next to Sonko with
Huh?
his Kenyan kanzu.
Really? Mad. So anyway, I thought they heavily underestimated that. But overall, like you said, Kenyans behaved themselves.
Yeah.
No, only one streaker, right? There was one streaker towards the end, right? That's about it. And the guys who were sat, you know, on the terraces, like in terms of like the stairs, on the staircase and whatnot, nobody did too much to like upset other people.
Yeah.
There was like one person that I saw in front of me that threw like a beer can, or rather just splash beer in front of him, and then the families that were in front of him got pissed and they shouted back. But that's like the only thing that really happened around me in the VIP section.
Kwanza we had VIP tickets, then tukaingia na vuvuzela. So this mzee was sitting besides us. Akatuambia akataka kupiga vuvuzela tuende nje. So I'm like, where's the gatekeep venye tuna celebrate?
Although, can I give my honest opinion on
I think
vuvuzelas?
those are horrible. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't. They
atmosphere.
don't believe in.
For chance, for football fan bases, I think we need to do... Vuvuzelas are the laziest thing you can do. Look at all the ultras around the world, right? And I'm not just talking about Europe as well. Yeah. I'm talking about ultras in America. Ultras, for example, Atlanta United. You know when it started? Like in mid 2000s, right? 2010 Zapu. Mm-hmm. That's when it started. But they didn't use vuvuzelas. They used tifos. They used chants. Yeah, they obviously
but
defense.
Do you have
they have those defense, you know. But we don't have chants.
Shabana has.
Listen, Shabana is not representative of the whole league.
Yeah, because for me, vuvuzela is too loud. For like, I don't think it's safe.
Yeah.
For me, like huo mzee mwenye ana complain, I genuinely think it's a concern because I think atakuwa na headache.
But sasa unajua shida ni alikuwa anatuambia sisi solo juu aliona sisi ndio naweza bully.
No, but
that's a thing. You're
like
thinking.
we weren't the only ones with.
But you just start with whatever you can because obviously kama hezi ambia watu wote na nyinyi karibu naye sasa kuambia tu
like alikuwa katikati so mwenye
wewe unakamnyonge
akona azizi
maybe you get bullied
sasa nikamwambia basi afanye cha
then you bullied him
so
you bullied that old mzee
akanyamaza see it's not old
Shabana fans
ako 35
night runners wakisi
azizi but yeah we need chance we need chance juu jana
we need banners
even
we need tifos banners chants.
Yeah,
we need choreography. Like I was thinking, bro, imagine if we just did the Icelandic thing, you know, that thing for like that.
Yeah.
And a guy, thing is, my cousins went with speakerphones. If you go with speakerphones, bro, who's gonna hear you with vuvuzelas randomly?
Yeah.
Speakerphones are good for like coming up with chants.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you do those and just ban vuvuzelas, I swear to God, that would be my preference. Just ban vuvuzelas.
Na hizo nini za mafans wa FC. Those
are they're
annoying.
Maybe it's an annoying thing, but I don't think they stop chants. If anything, they might elevate chants.
Because they could go with like a flow.
They could go with the chants that you come up with, like they give it a drum or a beat.
Because vuvuzela is just one annoying sound.
I'm sorry. Like
tifo tunaweka nini? Because I feel like we will go
with time,
politically.
There's so many things.
No, tifos are not for politics.
Nasema, but hapa venye we know our culture, that's the way we'll go.
No, we start with somewhere. Because remember, I feel like we are in such an infancy stage in terms of growing. Because I feel like
football culture.
Our football culture was dead.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like rebirth. We are trying.
It's resurrection.
It's like and there's so many. We have to like be humble in terms of trying to be realistic with every single thing that we're trying to do.
That's actually what was on my agenda today. We'll get to it, but no, that's more on the football side.
Even when it comes to those chants and whatever, we have to be very realistic. Tuanze, we just start.
Yeah.
Because remember, that Jana was the first time we met in like years and years. So many years.
It's actually 2021, right?
Yeah.
That's the last time we've had an international game in Kenya.
Yeah, we were banned for a while. Like so many things happened. So Jana was like day one. Fair enough. I think as a day one, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
For a day one.
Surpassed expectations.
But like now we need like patch up things.
So now, when we talk about like these kind of things, I think what we need is organization.
Yes.
Like what I think where I think it should come from is from the FKF. The FKF should start a commission or some sort of like council for fans, right? So the fan council, you know, how you have like the
Headed by people who understand football.
headed by fans.
Yeah.
Fans of the national team, whoever they are, if they're cult leaders or whatever, but guys who will organize, you know, banners, guys who will organize. Like I'm seeing, bro, like I saw one guy, the big flag that we had was like about this big, and he's waving it like this, and I'm like, that is auraless. What we need is those massive like 5 foot 5 by 5 or whatever, like those massive what do you call them? Flags that you see at games in Europe or in Asia. Those are the kind of flags we need. If you look at the chants, bro, in North Africa and in Indonesia.
Actually, North Africa, crazy.
Bro, like those guys have songs for almost everything.
And you can hear the drums. It's not like
Yes.
the drums is not like a bad thing.
Yes.
It elevates the chants.
Yeah.
And then fan councils, for example, can explain like, yo, listen, if you're going to buy a ticket in this area, and that's what happens when you buy a ticket like that are numbered, you can designate which side goes to the ultras that will cultivate the atmosphere and whatnot. Those systems help allow what do you call it? Creating a better atmosphere. Because for example, if you say if you're going to be an ultra, if you're going to sit in the ultras area, just know people watawasha flares.
Yeah.
They're not going to throw them on the pitch, but you know
Oh,
watawasha
allowed
flares.
come
Yeah. Or if you're going to sit in this section, just know at the beginning of the section, the beginning of the game, for the first 5 minutes, you're not going to see shit because there's going to be a banner lifted over you.
Yeah.
Huge banner. And you have to take part in lifting that banner.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you're going to sit in this area, you're going to hold up placards. You know, the guys who hold
The ones that are put on the
pillars
seats,
and then
yeah.
on the seats, those ones, that kind of shit. So once we do all that, I think a fan council needs to be assigned. I don't think it comes too naturally. I don't think it's easy for it to come too naturally, especially because of the distance.
It can't come naturally.
It can't.
It can't.
Especially because the time periods between games, between international break games. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's tough. So inshallah, hopefully we get to see that. But now just going back to like the football, what I expect, like my expectations is it's going to take a lot of time before we're even at the level where we can consider being close to World Cup qualification. Like guys need to stop looking at where we are now and looking at which games we have left in the league in the group stage, and thinking, okay, even if we don't get the World Cup qualifier, maybe we can finish for the second place playoff for the Confederations Cup. No, stop thinking that far. Think about just giving Benny McCarthy time to embed these youngsters. You know, there's players who didn't get chosen for one reason or the other. Very good players from the local leagues that will get a chance in Chan, that will get a chance in AFCON and also like the September qualifiers and whatnot.
Actually, we have in June, I think.
What?
June. Tukuna internationals.
Tukuna World Cup qualifiers in June.
Sijui kama ni AFCON
I think
ama
but for example, June, right?
Yeah.
We should be, like he said, Bree actually asked him a very good question. Bree Mongina. I'm sure you guys know her. She asked him, you know, are you guys going to be organizing friendlies? I'm like, holy fuck, yeah. When is the last time we had a friendly in Kenya? Even a friendly.
We played Sudan and we lost. South
When?
Sudan.
When though?
2019. I don't know.
It's mad.
Yeah.
So like you said, a lot of that has to do with the trials and tribulations that we've been through from the FA and all that stuff.
The ban.
The ban and all that. So, but like, this is the right time now to like ride on this wave. You get what I mean? Locally, local leagues, guys need to start showing up for games, bro. Like literally, just show up for games. Guys need to, even if you can't show up for games, tweet about it by watching. Just find a stream. If you're going to find a stream, find a stream.
So the thing is, this thing will, it comes with like so many things that have been done before. I think Jana, FKF organizing a game and local clubs, or rather local league organizing the game is different.
Yeah.
Scenario, how about the state is involved? Like the security.
True.
Like there's so much involved, and I think that's what gave majority of first-time people or other people who don't usually prefer, the comfort that it's going to be fun, it's going to be safe. I think the safety part for me is the most important thing.
Fair.
Safety part is important.
Yeah.
Once, and then the second thing is
Ticketing.
once they actually enable, because most people have DSTV,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Azam probably works, but like for you to watch Azam, you have to like get Azam. So we're not trying to promote illegal streams. We want the league to progress.
No, Azam. You can actually get Azam
So now,
legally here.
no, but the thing is, you have to get Azam just for like who's gonna buy Azam for Premier League?
They have other offerings.
They show Saudi games.
You get my point. Like
Yeah.
even DSTV and yeah, we just want football,
Yeah.
right? We want the Premier League.
Yeah.
But now imagine, assuming we pray that they actually get an agreement whereby we can actually watch. If I have DSTV, I can watch Go TV. I can watch KPL. I can watch Premier League in the same place. It's easier that way. That enables us to not have to think about ndawoch wapi, because that thought, to be honest, with our dopamine, 2025 dopamine, I'd rather just scroll.
But on the other side of things, that's Saddam, is that forget TV now. The emphasis should be going to the stadiums.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Safety.
okay, Sawa, for example, let's say there's going to be a game, it's going to be in Kakamega, right? It's going to be tough to travel to Kakamega, right? For Kenya Police, for example, for me, right? But if the game's in Machakos, I can head out to Machakos. If the game's in Dandora, I can head out to Dandora. So wherever you are in that constituency or in that county, head out to the games. Make sure you arrive. And I don't believe that we need to take people from Nairobi who support a certain team to help fill out that stadium. I think the people in that county can fill out that stadium.
But you know what you're
You know
not
what I mean?
what you're not getting ni. I think the culture in Kenya has like two divisions in that. Kuna corporate clubs na kuna community based clubs. So for instance, if let's say
Would you call Tusker a corporate club?
It is.
it
Okay,
is
I'm just wondering. I'm just waiting for him to say it.
it is
It is
but
definitely.
ni Kenyan City.
Okay.
Yeah, watu wanaisupport juu imeshinda previous.
No, but like it's backed by the
Yeah, by the
KBL, right?
Corporation.
Yeah. So if we need those teams supported to square to based on ati community clubs pekee ndio ziko na fundraise.
I agree, but at the same time, I want clubs to make me want to support them.
Yeah.
Uziniambia Zoom just because I want to be patriotic, I just go and watch a game because I want to watch a game. There has to be context.
Absolutely.
The reason why we went to watch game yesterday, I'll be very honest with you, is because your bro scored a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
New blood in the team.
And like we saw young players.
Wilson.
And that is,
and
we can't run away from that. There has to be some sort of, something has to drive you there.
they have
Not
to give you
just
something back.
Yeah.
it can't just be I just want
It's
to.
transactional.
It has
It
to.
is transactional.
Yeah.
It's
Give
very,
me
very
something
much
as a club,
Yeah.
right? If you haven't paid your players, why would I want to support you? Like the clubs zikianza kuwa run properly, right? Shabana, you guys are run properly.
Yeah.
You guys you have a reason to support him. Like maybe I would also be a Shabana fan because maybe
Welcome. Kiburi yako inahitajika.
no, I can't suffer EPL fucking.
Bro,
Premier
we are
League.
winning the Premier League.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Okay,
As
not
in
this
tuko kwa
season.
Titores.
My point is like see the way your club is Shabana is being run.
Yeah.
It's inspiring. The way from I see, I don't think I can support Gore.
Because Eric also supports Gore.
Yeah, Eric support Gore, but I don't think I can
And
support
fuck
Gore.
Eric.
Right? Fuck Eric all the time.
Oh, okay.
AFC, I don't know where they play. I know nothing about them. And it's not like I don't want to. There is nowhere.
So kuja police.
Unless nikuje nianze, I
Yeah,
could
shut
support
up.
police. But then again, ata Buroko atenda pengine ndakuwa namfuata sasa. And then what?
Yeah.
Kuja
No,
Shabana.
I'm just saying,
I don't want to
police
be I don't want to be a Formula
police-
I don't want to be Formula One
police-
fan in
Kuja
football.
Shabana.
If you're gonna be a police fan, you know this even before my brother joined or whatever. They've been in the top 3 for the last 3 seasons.
The one was that.
They won Mozart, right?
Yeah,
they
last
won
season.
Mozart last season. So
They
They're
played the
essentially-
African Europa League. So
they're essentially
They're good.
Arsenal for the Kenyan Premier League.
Yeah, I mean I need a team
not
that will
Arsenal.
just
Arsenal doesn't win.
I need I need a team that can give me that aura.
Shabana.
Nini wa hapana. Sasa nyinyi mnafuta
Anyway, let's talk
maviti.
about the football though, because the lineups came out and there was a lot of hype. Players that I thought deserved to start, and
Yeah.
they did. I was happy they did, although maybe I wasn't necessarily happy with the collection of players that started.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with our number 22. I thought he didn't have one of his best games. At the same time, what I did like was the positives from the back line. The number 15,
Anyembe, yeah.
He had a much better game than he did
Was good on
against
the
Gambia.
ball. Yeah.
Marcelo, he didn't really start very well, but in the second half, fantastic.
Yeah.
Many people calling him man of the match, and I'm not surprised because he really lifted people off their seats, so that was really good. But I was really happy with Olunga's performance.
Same.
Yeah.
I was really
Even
happy
Odada.
with Olunga's
Actually,
performance.
I've seen people calling out Odada. Odada played well, Jana.
No, he did, but you see, I thought maybe, when he had that chance, they won the ball in the box.
Yeah.
Those defining moments.
Yeah.
Finessed outside.
But then at the same time, you could ask the same of Olunga. Olunga, that's literally his job. He missed chances, right? He missed the header.
Yeah.
At some point, Maskini came close. He hit the post, so that was decent. But what I liked about Olunga was his runs into the channels, his pressing, and then his hold-up play. He was willing to help people around him, even with his words.
Yeah.
He was helping his people around him. So when I saw fans do this, after he crossed the ball and it almost got to Wilson Lenkupe in the second half, and it was right in front of our stand, right?
Yeah.
And people start doing this, I'm like, y'all are either drunk or hamjui mpira.
Ball. No, that's why I was telling you, like, when you watch ball, they're different when others watch it.
Yeah.
Personally, I think I was impressed with how Kenya played. By our standards, people expected Gabon to play how we played.
Yeah.
Because Gabon created barely 3 chances.
I'd say two and a half chances.
But the pen, even though at those chances ilikuwa our mistakes, because Rooney was trying to build from the back, alafu ananyanganywa ball, then
Marcelo for the first goal,
Yeah.
Marcelo went walkabout and there was nobody covering him.
Exactly.
And
Kwanza Auba was attacking the space between the fullback and the
centre back.
Yeah. So
Anyembe and Marcelo.
yeah.
Literally.
So second half, like the same thing happened. Akapacha pena. So I feel like we weren't as organized as Gabon off possession. We struggled to break them down. Alafu vitu zenye zilikuwa zinatusaidia ni Hamudi, usiseme nampea credit, as in but his movements, alikuwa na check defender off the game. Na ukiangalia everything that Olunga did came off either Hamudi ama that wing.
Yeah.
When he comes short, Olunga anapata space ya kumake yo run kwa channel.
Or he plays that one too.
Alafu the way he receives the ball, I think hiyo ndo kitu pia linibamba. Like venye ana receive ball na hizo half turns, crazy. Like the only way you can stop him is falling him. So we need like I feel like he can play. He's a morph of Hazard and Mitoma for me. Yeah,
interesting. That's an interesting
close control, the way he dribbles. Like kitu nilikuwa nanibamba ni when he receives the ball, it's always a 1v1 versus a defender. That's a smart player. He knows how to find space. Si anatafutiwa na mwingine.
Even there was a time he was arguing with Marcelo because he was pulling the defender in, and then no one was making a run behind him. And then he had to call him.
And then I saw the time there was times where he's drifting into the half space. The fullback doesn't go with him, and Hamoudi's checking his 6, and Marcelo decides to play down, whereas this is the progressive pass. Or there was another time Hamoudi did the same thing, and Marcelo decided, no, I don't like that option at all. This pass. And he went back. And it's like, watufungia. Saa zingine wachezaji wengine wanatufungia by the like tunajifungia. We lock ourselves from progressing the ball by deciding to keep the ball and passing it around the back. So it's like we were heading in the direction that they wanted us to go into. Go back to your center backs. Because then we're gonna angle bias you press. They're gonna press you with that angle bias. And now you can't. Now you have to go long. And then when you go long, the only real person, it didn't look like we had necessarily an intentional plan to go long and win the second ball. Because Hamoudi and Wilson Lenkupe and number 22, remind me his name. Number 22.
Akumu.
Akumu, right? They weren't necessarily getting close and pinning around Olunga to win the second ball, because that's why you go long. You go long to win the second ball. If you're gonna go right, then the striker Karibia is the right winger, the central midfielder presses a little bit, and then you try and win the second ball. Most likely it's gonna fall to you. That's the tactic, but we weren't do that. Now at that point we're clearing the ball because we're under pressure. The keeper is not gonna
hatuna mtu wa kutarget kwa nini.
So it was a bit frustrating in the first half, but we did show signs. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I don't want to focus too much on the micro details. I want to focus more on the macros. And the macros is like, we have young blood who are bringing in a fresh breath of fresh air, right? We have connections with those young blood that are like more experienced players that can advise them how to handle certain things, right? And as they build on those, then we have a much more full team. But we also saw some moments of like passing and and chance creation. Like the goal that we scored, I think, was a very wonderful goal.
Yeah.
And it's not just for the sake of like hyping up my brother, but like my brother was involved, of course. But it was like nice fullback, very attacking-minded fullback, doing what an attacking-minded fullback does. He knows he can trust his winger to flick him in, and he trusts his pace. And then it was a very good cross, Olunga at the near post. Like, that's a very good goal to score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we put them in such a position where it's like, okay, even if you ask them, it's like, okay, maybe we could have done better. But to be fair to them, it was a very good goal.
Yeah, because our goals were avoidable.
Very avoidable.
The ones we conceded, that is.
And thing is, when you look at some of our other better moments, like Wilson, you know, Wilson got
the first shot.
No, not the first shot. There was in the second half, he reaches for a cross from Michael Olunga.
Yeah.
And Michael Olunga essentially interplayed with Hamoudi, and he went out wide, and then he gets the ball because now he's not being marked, and he crosses the ball in. Very good cross.
Yeah,
to be fair.
very
Just
good cross.
Slight margins, you know what I mean? Fine margins, and Lenkope couldn't necessarily get good contact on it. But that was like our best wing for chance creation. It was Olunga, Olunga, Hamoudi, Marcelo, and Odada on this side when Odada switched over. There was a couple other moments in the first half where Odada picks the ball up in the left half space, and now he's trying to feed Hamoudi or even Lenkope, who came all the way from the right. But the timing of the run, or maybe the timing of the pass, slightly off. Exactly. The weight of pass as well was a bit off. But honestly, I saw a lot of signs of life.
100%.
And this is within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I mean? And it could be that new manager bounce. It could be that feel good factor. It could be but if whatever it is, manage that, use that, continue that. You get what I mean?
The more they play together, also the more they understand each other, the more they know each other. Because remember, most of these people they met for the first time.
First time, bro.
So it's like
I thought they probably didn't even know each other existed.
exactly.
You get what I mean? Like,
and that's how crazy.
Like I didn't know this Wilson guy.
Yeah.
Our system is so flawed because we don't know Kenyan players.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Like we don't know who's Kenyan, who's doing out there.
I was in a football space. I don't know. Did you join it the other day before the Gambia game?
Yeah.
I joined it, and at some point they asked me to speak. But like the most important thing that I got from that was a lot of Kenyans think, I don't know. Let's not generalize, but there's some Kenyans who think if a player plays abroad or he's abroad, that means he's good. That means he's really good because mbona yeye akumaju we bado uko hapa kwa Kenya. What you find, according to these guys who really know football in Kenya, is like they track the performances of those players abroad, and they find out that these guys travel and they find it difficult to break into the team for whatever reason, right? They find it, maybe it could be injury, could be, for example, Ayub Masika.
Yes,
he's injured, long-term injury, right?
Yeah.
He's a fullback. Imagine if we had him. He's a winger. Sorry. Yeah. Imagine if we had him, right? And his experience.
Or Spence, mwenye alitukata.
Jet Spence, we got rejected by a Tottenham player. Holy shit,
but he hasn't been called by England, so he's still available.
He's still available.
But if you look at it, competition yake ni injured Reece James, washed Kyle Walker, na Trent. So he has a chance.
Still here.
But just going back to it, like we need to rid ourselves of this mentality, majundo best. It's not true. And it's in some essence, like, I know this might sound what's the word I'm looking at, a bit of a double standard coming from, because obviously I want my brother to go and play abroad, but I want my brother to go abroad and play, not just go abroad.
Yeah,
you get what I mean? There's players who are abroad, but that's all they are.
And I'll go to Pakistan.
And in Lebanon.
You know what I mean?
Is that league in Pakistan?
There is.
There is.
You know, you don't want him to go, like, for example, I don't know, like
Norway.
Oh, Norway is a big league.
Norway is a big league.
The second tier.
No, I think even second tier is a big.
But we're not talking. We don't want him to go third league or
Yeah.
second league or first league. We don't want him to go anywhere and just be bench.
Yeah.
You want him to go somewhere and play.
Somewhere and play. That's
And
the most
play.
important
That's
thing.
literally the most
Have
important
minutes,
thing.
yeah.
So hopefully once we get rid of that mentality, then that means we start looking towards our local players a lot more.
Yeah, like
And
Brand
that-
Michira.
Yeah, Brian Mishira, okay,
Yeah,
he's a baller.
He's a baller.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I've never been excited about local football.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm kind of looking forward to some of the games. Like whether I'm gonna follow it online, whether I'm gonna go watch it physically.
You're gonna be
watch
involved
it.
in some
Either
way.
way,
and
Yeah.
and
I'm
put it-
drawn
put it-
towards.
It's that's all that matters, Saddam. It's like
Baby
it's a
steps.
small step in the right direction. Which is literally what this last 2 weeks have been, in everything. Like you said, in terms of the organization of the FKF and the for example, bro, like holy shit, my brother wasn't stuck in some random airport. Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah. You got.
Yeah.
So we take it, man. We take it into our stride.
We also need fans to understand that, like, as a manager, I have my style of play. Now, if I'm putting that style of play in the team, now your favorite player doesn't fit it, and as much as he's a good player,
Yeah.
nisimuite usijam ama
No, no.
useme
Personally.
useme
Guys take
sijibo
it
or
so
something.
personally. It's like it makes no sense.
Yeah, so we need to trust the manager. Na about a week ago, box to box tuliongea na top sports content creator wa South Africa into overthinking football. He told us this guy McCarthy is attacking minded coach. Jana you saw tulicheza 4-4 at some point, game ikaenda kuisha. Yeah, ataki kupack. So we need to support him. Now we need to understand how he wants to play so that akiprofile player kwenye wenye kwa squad, kuna players wengine ni wazuri but hawataitwa. Isikue personal. Na I think like we have a good number of players in the local league wenye wanaweza itwa, but then pia decision making at top level is not same na yenye tuna
Aspire to
like for instance, if jana we had Auba in our team, we score 5. There's that class, like the way you find space, the way you finish.
It's actually quite interesting because I asked Hamudi after about the game, right? About how he was like, bro, Aubameyang and Lemina, like they're different levels.
Yeah.
Different levels. He was like, if I wish you could just see it, like appreciate it from what. And I was like, we could appreciate it from because his movement was good. Yes, he wasn't being found as much as Olunga, but his movement was very good.
Yeah.
But
the way he was running, like the way he positioned himself as he runs to enable himself to control the ball.
Yeah. Lemina, uliona vile Lemina, like you could
get
like
the ball off him.
Like a comet could be coming right down to Nyayo and he still wouldn't feel under pressure. Yeah. Like he just knew what to do.
I feel like Odada played better than Lemina.
You think so?
Yeah.
Lemina.
I think our midfield for the better part.
Maybe in terms of midfield as a whole, but individual performances, if you look at even ratings online, Lemina was the second highest.
Really?
Hamoudi was the highest, Lemina second highest, and Aubameyang third highest.
Crazy because I didn't see. Okay.
Lemina, I think he was like, it's one of them ones where it's like if you watch Lemina, you see the whole.
There are those passes
like
zenye anaweza piga katikati ya watu unasema, oh wow, I didn't see that option.
And it feels like even the players that he was passing through didn't see that option.
Yeah.
It's like one of them ones.
Okay, maybe.
But honestly, he even like the way he just. I asked Hamoudi, why do you think he was so confident on the ball? He was like, because he's so jacked. It just feels like he trusts his body. Like you're not gonna get this. Like if it comes to a duel, sorry, it's me. I'm winning this. That's how proper he was, man. It was, but bro, think about it, man. Like we got the chance to watch, like some top talent, top class players, and it's a successful.
And I think it's also like a nice story because I feel like Aubameyang is an absolutely top class guy.
Yes.
To be honest, because I feel like even in content creation and for fans having a voice, I think he was one of the first players who actually embraced the fan
even
culture.
tweeted.
Yeah.
No, even as in the fan culture, the idea that being friends with the AFTV guys, despite them, like at the beginning of infancy of content creation, he's the one who like enabled, made it like more a thing for like football players.
He normalized football players
interacting
with other people.
And now we see all of them doing it because I feel like Aubameyang was one of the first people, right?
He had
like
troops and Aubameyang, that kind of thing.
I think that started a lot of things that were positive, and I think also I saw his story where he was explaining his follow with Arteta. And I feel for him because he has a certain lifestyle, which it is what it is. But I feel like the way he was explaining it, clearly Arteta was a bit harsh on him. I wouldn't say on the wrong, but like maybe harsh.
Yeah, it was definitely a rule with an iron fist kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, from Arteta. And when you listen to Aubameyang speak about it, it's like, okay, I'm an Arsenal fan. Yes, I remember the days that I was frustrated with him, even though Arteta loved him at the time, like the 1v1 against the tap in the Europa League semi-final. You remember that miss? There's so many moments like that, but like when you hear him speak, you just feel the human side of him, and you're like, he really didn't. I don't know that he deserved that exile the way he did. You know what I mean? Like, because he was building up to not necessarily like a legacy, but something close to like an Alexis Sanchez kind of memory. Like how Arsenal fans remember Alexis Sanchez and whatnot. He was, and Fabregas and them. Like that's how you remember him.
You actually won your only trophy.
It's funny. It's so ironic as well because he's the one who scored those 2 braces to give Arteta his first trophy.
Yeah.
Mad. Anyway, we need to break our fast.
Yes. So that's our show on local football. We'll try and incorporate this a lot more, especially doing this with Box to Box. Thank you so much, Kenan, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
After 3 years.
I'm actually looking for international break.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Like
I can't wait for the
like
summer.
when is the next one, bro?
June.
June.
When is it? Yeah.
Wait,
June. Then
summer,
we have
bro. Yeah.
Nothing until the end of the season.
Now it's back to making fun of Arsenal.
Come on.
And at least Saka is back.
Is he?
Hopefully.
No, he's not.
We'll see, bro. Press conference. FPL is back. So
F1 is back.
F1 is back. So it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be other things.
Shabana is back.
But I don't think you can own any of those things the way you own this.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't. You can't.
So,
it's. I understand. Kina guys who actually physically support football clubs.
Yeah.
It's
You get
different.
it. You get it.
I get it.
Like remember that the chants when guys started singing ole
Ole.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is such a basic thing, but I love this.
Yeah.
But I did what I didn't like. Okay, so can I just mention one thing? By the time that Mexican wave did the 7th lap, I was done.
Oh yeah.
I was so done.
I could see it just die.
Then
I was like,
pole.
by the 4th lap, I was like, Kufa. By the time it got to me, I was like.
Then the MC akataka tena kuanzisha halftime. The MC halftime performance by the way.
I liked it. I liked it.
Alafu MC anataka kuanzisha tena Mexican wave. Now we are trailing.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But I felt for the fans because imagine your team is losing. Alafu you have 21 Savage rapping. Now you are 3-0 down in a final. Crazy.
I mean, that's going to be the World Cup final.
Yeah.
Senior.
No, but I don't think it's 21 Savage.
2026 though. Like it's an example.
Yeah,
Like you are watching your team, you're losing, and then.
But I like Savara, man. Savara was good. I didn't think his voice was that good live.
Yeah,
I thought he was spectacular. He should have had like maybe I don't know like a crew or something to dance with him or something.
I feel a lot of things is last minute.
Yeah, very last minute.
And I think
good.
And I think despite
that,
they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, and then they showed off the lights, which was great.
Yes.
Yeah. Then there was that random guy in the lights. You saw the random guy in the lights?
No, I didn't.
In the VIP section on our right side, you could see some random guy.
I'm a lights.
And he was just dancing. Oh, bro, it was hilarious. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the experience, let us know what that experience was like in the comments section below. And in terms of your thoughts on local football and the national team, the Harambee Stars, let us know what your thoughts are, how we can progress it, what we should do, any ideas in terms of like related to what we were discussing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can find Kenan on Box to Box. You can find him, by the way, randomly saying, on Twitter. And for some reason, so you just need to...
Saddam is my role model.
Oh, that's why. You got it from him. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, you'll find him in Saddam's mentions. I know your Twitter name, but I just don't memorize it. Just if you want to mention
Kenan Nyata 99.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. MSC.
Yeah, cool. So United fan, check him out. Check
Shabana
out Box to Box.
also.
Don't forget, those are our friends as well.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week when the Premier League is back.
Peace out.